Alright, so here is, hey, what's up? Here is my 2J swap, and a little reservoir off to the side. What I was experiencing was, over the last probably even couple months, boost kind of being off a little bit. Sometimes go to hit it, sometimes no boost at all. Sometimes it would boost up to maybe 14, even though previously it was hitting 18 and 19. Basically, even if I crank up my manual boost controller, it wouldn't make much of a difference. And then sometimes I would get really hard shifts at arc throttle, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? Anyways, yada yada. The other day decided to check this thing out, my factory bypass valve, to discover that, which of course Toyota specifications call for it to be normally closed, and when the engine vacuum is applied to it in this top port right here, it would open and bypass. The boost pressure would escape from here and go back into the intake, so it could be recirculated into the turbos, and of course after the mass airflow sensor, which I have here. So anyways, this thing, it's supposed to be normally closed, and so I've been bleeding off boost for Lord knows how long. So anyways, because it has a mass airflow sensor, I wanted to recirculate. So I did research, and of course, you know, Precision and turbosmart are the best ones when it comes to wastegates and blow-off valves. So I picked up this bad boy, this turbosmart bypass valve, and I bought the hoses from siliconeintakes.com, which is my go-to place for anything silicone, and it's a 1.25 inch diameter. Let me see if I can get it better. That's the bypass valve. It's the compact series. Anyway, so now when the boost pressure needs to be released, it goes there, and I had my guy Jesus at K&K Welding here in Austin fab up this, I don't know if you can see it real good, I'll show it right here. I took my 4-inch pipe and I had him weld on at an angle, an 1.25 inch pipe, so that the bypass valve can recirculate back into it. And of course, I'm a big fan of, you know, particulars, so I had it routed at an angle so it points towards the intake instead of hitting a wall and effectively, possibly affecting the readings from the mass airflow sensor. So now, also another important thing to remember is that when you start the engine and vacuum is going to it, because this is a vacuum source from the original vacuum one, it needs to be closed all the way. And what I discovered was, when I first started it, I stuck my finger in the back here to feel the valve, and it opened about 30% of the way. So turbosmart said either stiffer spring in here, which they do make to overcome the engine vacuum, or to basically shim it a little bit and give it some more preload. So I did that with about 4 washers and started it back up, and the valve was now closed. And a little blip of the throttle, the valve would open, so it's going to function perfectly fine. So yeah, just wanted to show you all that. And of course, I have a temporary hose here with a metal plug inside there and then a little silicone thing. I'll probably get something different, but I like to test stuff and make sure it functions before I do final adjustments. And yes, this intake is one of a kind. No one else has it. That's because I sourced it from, it goes to a different vehicle. It goes to a Cadillac STS-V, which has a 4.4 liter supercharger. And this is a colder intake for it. So basically what I did was did a bunch of measurements and cut it, so I have 4 inches coming in that can split off and give these turbos all the air they can handle, and also allows for a much easier transition turn here, because the old style was just a little T, so that air would come in and hit the wall and then have to make a right, or when both turbos were online, they would have to figure out which way to go. This way it's a much broader transition, and when I did this mod, it was the best of the best. It cooled so much harder because it efficiently feeds the turbos more. So yeah, basically that's it. So there's the setup. And I'm excited. I'm assuming I'm going to wind up making more boosts, which I'll have to back down my manual boost controller. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So basically that's it. What else? That's it.